Tom Vandergriff, a distinguished public servant who served Arlington and Tarrant County for nearly 50 years as mayor, U.S. congressman, and county judge, persuaded Dallas and Fort Worth to join together in the pursuit of a Major League Baseball franchise for North Texas, resulting in construction of a stadium in Arlington in 1965. His tireless efforts were rewarded in the fall of 1971 when American League owners approved the transfer of the Washington Senators to Arlington, Texas. Texas Rangers Baseball Hall of Fame, Tom Vandergriff, inducted July 31st, 2004.
A sports writer from the Dallas Morning News, Frank Luxa, he said, Vandergriff's gift of the Rangers is to be hailed, not forgotten. He is the most important right-hander ever to pitch for the Rangers. He gave the franchise more than mere credibility. Nolan Ryan follows him to the mound Friday night at Arlington Stadium for the 1993 home opener. Ryan himself has done all right by the Rangers. He gave them a national identity, but Tom Vandergriff gave the Rangers life.
I think it's just very heartwarming and very fulfilling to know that people still appreciate my dad in this community and what he did. I mean, to me, that's the greatest thing, if somebody remembers you, after you're gone.
It's always been an honor and privilege to me to be a part of the Vandergriff family. But we understand that legacy, we appreciate it, and we want to add to it. And they would again say, Arlington, because of its unique location and the quality of the people here, and I second those motions, is the reason why the city's been very successful.
I don't think that anything that has happened in Arlington would be possible without Tom Vandergriff. And his leadership, his guidance. Boy, just the most humble guy you will ever meet.
He always pointed about the city made it happen, not me, I was the steward, and the Rangers were the catalyst that helped us, coupled with Six Flags, and being this sports entertainment complex. And it's thriving today.
Just everything good that's happened to Arlington was because of Tom.
I know today, if he was around, he probably would go park up somewhere and just watch things sprout up. I mean, he loved it. He just loved seeing growth happen.
Tom Vandergriff planted this little tree. And boy, it grew and grew and grew, and it's a mighty oak now. Let's look around.
One word to describe Tom Vandergriff.
I think I would say visionary.
Visionary.
Optimistic.
Driven.
He was far-seeing.
A true leader.
I would say hero. I think he was a hero to a lot of people, and certainly to me.
Everything optimism. We can do it. And it was always we can do it. That was who he was.
He never saw things as they were today. He saw things as he thought they ought to be and could be. Nothing was impossible to him.
He was driven with the thought, I want to make Arlington great. And he did it.
Leaders, true leaders, only come around about once every 4 or 5 generations. True leaders, and he was one of those kinds of people.
Tom Vandergriff, that's like a hero of mine, and to so many people, and not just because of baseball. Yeah, that certainly had something to do with it, but just because the kind of human being that he was, and that never changed. That never changed through it all.
He didn't talk about himself. He didn't take credit for anything. He just did things for the common good, certainly for the city and for the people that he cared about and loved, but never asked for anything in return. I mean, he just gave so much of himself time and time again until the day he died. And I mean, I think that's how people remember him. That's certainly how I remember him.
But I got to say the best moment that I saw with him, when the Rangers beat the hated Yankees, when they beat them in 2010. My dad was here. He was in the city suite as a guest. My son, Parker, and I were there.
The confetti starts raining. We're going to the World Series. I remember seeing World Series flash up there, and he's sitting with us. And that was just it was just a powerful moment to see that, here he's kind of a shell of himself of what he was, but we're finally getting World Series baseball here.
And unfortunately, he never got to see the World Series because that very night, he went to where he was. We had assisted living and somebody taking care of him. He went to the bathroom. He could get around on his own. He slipped and fell and broke his hip. But I went to the hospital. When I was there with him, he liked to do a fist pump. That's what he always did. And he fist pumped, and he said, "The Rangers won." That was the most special moment of my time in watching the Rangers for 50 years. The Rangers won.
I'll never forget this stadium, though. It'll disappear from the scene physically, but I'll always be able to see it.